Hi, everyone. My name is Tom Greco. I'm one of the regional sales managers here over at Foundation Software. And I'm joined here today with Jim Welsh, one of the regional sales managers over at Payroll4Construction. And we'd like to welcome you today to Foundation's free webinar. We're going to be taking a look at how pairing a construction accounting system and an integrated payroll service can assist you in both being efficient in the office as well as in the field and project management. How's everything going today, Jim?
I am doing great, Tom. Thank you for joining us here so we can kind of go through today and you can cover the accounting system, which can stand alone. So, anybody out there who may not be looking for a service or maybe just looking for a service or software, Tom will go through this and kind of let you know. He'll start with Foundation, then I'll jump in with Payroll, and we'll open it up for questions here at the end.
Sounds great. Yeah. It's good to note that when we look at today's presentation, we're looking at two systems or services. With Foundation software being the accounting system, but the nice thing about Payroll4Construction is it's powered by Foundation software. So if you're looking for something that's both integrated, either looking for an integrated payroll service or looking for both, we have it covered. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and give you a little tour of Foundation software. Now, with Foundation software, it's designed to replace your current accounting solution. So if you're using something that's not very integrated, like let's say a Quickbooks, or maybe you're using something a little bit older technology, and you're looking for a better, efficient solution, Foundation software would be a great software to pair up with maybe your estimating software. Or if you're looking for something that's going to cover both accounting, project management, mobile, and a payroll service, we have you covered. So we look at it, as a company and both as a product offering, as a one-stop shop. With the system, it's only designed for construction. So it's everything we do is very construction specific, from whether we're plugging in payroll, whether we're coding time from the field, entering in RFIs, doing standard accounting functions. Everything's going to be what we call one point of entry. So let's say, for example, I enter a payable invoice. I'm able to code that completely through the system so that my accounting and job costing are always on the same page. So we tend to see a lot of that where, if you're using something off the shelf, like let's say a QuickBooks or something like that, where you're constantly entering data into multiple places, we want to relieve that from you. We want the system to do all the work for you. So as you enter your data and information, as you can see, like on the report here, everything is real time. So I just kind of want to go through some of the highlights and features. Rest assured, if anybody on today's presentation needs to look at the software a little bit more further, a little bit more in depth, or has questions about the payroll service or would like to see that more in depth, we'll be able to set up demonstration with you too. So with Foundation, bridging the gap between accounting and project management and job costing is imperative. We want to be able to come in at any point in time, whether we come in once a day, once a week, twice a day. We want to see our jobs updated in real time. So it's very easy to do with our executive dashboard that's provided with every core system. I'm able to come in and see where all my jobs are at, real time, percentage of completion. I'm able to see where my contracts are at, including change orders. I'm even able to see my estimated costs. So if we have anybody that's using a third-party solution for estimating, we can integrate those within the system so that we can track estimated versus actual. And then we're able to see what's really going on as far as build to date, cost to date, and actual profit. Now, if I have questions on any job or if I want to drill in a step further, all I do is just double click and it allows me to go to the next step and see a range of jobs. And instead of seeing it more of a bar graph perspective, I'm able to see each individual job within here and take a look at each individual job's information, such as updated contract amounts, updated estimated cost, estimated profit, and then once again, seeing what's really going on as far as billings, costs, and actual margins. Throughout the system, we're going to be very big on percentage of completion. So a lot of times, with off-the-shelf systems, we don't know where we're at any given point in time. It's almost a guessing game or a requirement for somebody to come in and actually update the quote-unquote spreadsheet, where, as you can see, all I do is point and click, and I can get all that information instantaneously. Now, within the system, I can drill into any one of these jobs, and this gives me another layer within the job that I can see pretty much everything that's going on with this project. Whether I want to see every billing that's gone out the door, every dollar of cost, every labor hour, every change order, For those that issue subcontracts, we're even able to see that information too, where we can see all of our committed costs and still what's left out there. And from here, once again, we can drill in pretty easily. So when you look at cost to date here, it's always good to see, okay, we have $242,000 worth of cost. But if we're looking to kind of get a little bit more detailed to see what exactly that cost is made up of, I'm able to drill in again and drill into that estimated versus actual by cost code. So this could also be where that third-party estimating software comes into play, where we're able to bring those budgets into the system by cost code, and then see what we have into each project, being able to see how much we spent by cost code and what we have remaining. And from here, you're always going to get that next level of detail underneath it. So if I just drill into earthwork, I can see that extension underneath it of estimated labor versus actual labor, estimated hours versus actual materials, subs, equipment. So we're able to job cost all those buckets of cost within the system. And then we're always able to get the detail back out. So if we have questions on how we got to 377 hours worth of labor, I can just point and click and drill into all those time cards from payroll. So you can easily see both the payroll side, the accounting side being integrated with the job cost. And that's going to be the case throughout the system. If I drill into materials here, I can drill into all those accounts payable invoices, see where they came from, how much they are, and I can even take it a step further by drilling in all the way to the image of the invoice. So not only do we do just standard accounting, job costing, but we also do some document imaging where you're able to upload PDFs and graphic files, whether you're taking them from the field on the job site, or even accounting transactions can be uploaded in a foundation. Some other brief highlights about the system too is being able to do Aia Billings. So if we have anybody that needs to be able to produce these on a regular basis, and if they're using something, once again, like a Quickbooks or something that doesn't really cater towards construction and contractors, it's always a manual process, both for creating the invoice as well as getting it back into the accounting system. What we look to do is circumvent that and have one data entry screen where we can accomplish both entering and creating our AIAs as well as updating our billings. So from here, I can set up that cover sheet, and then on the billing tab, I can have my schedule values, and I'm able to work within each line item and enter in either a percent complete or completed this period, track retainage, so being able to have an accurate, up-to-date retainage amount, and then ultimately being able to produce the AIA right out of the system. So if I select this job and I click the list tab, my AIA is ready to go. Something that kind of goes into what Jim is going to present to is certified payroll. Jim's going to touch a lot on some of the flow within payroll, but I always like to let everybody know that we pretty much have every single electronic certified or printable certified report. So it's going to give you the ability to come in here and produce your certifieds in real time. And that's going to be the case whether you used Foundation from an accounting solution and Payroll for Construction, or if you use Payroll for Construction on its own. Both opportunities are going to be there for you to produce automatic, integrated, certified payroll. In addition to accounting, billings, AP, inventory, as you can see from the main menu here, we have a lot of modules. So we're able to do core accounting, equipment tracking, depreciation, inventory allocation for service contractors. We also have an ability to manage all your service, both from a back office perspective as well as in the field, time and material billing, unit price billing, scheduling. And then we also have Project HQ, which is our mobile project management module or product. This would allow you to do your RFIs, submittals, change orders, committed costs, and do that both from a tablet, smartphone, or a laptop. We see a lot of times where project managers aren't necessarily in the office anymore, or they need to be able to do this stuff from the field. So with Project HQ, you're able to do all that correspondence tracking, issue your RFCs, convert those into change orders, create subcontracts, RFIs, even run job cost reports out of Project HQ, which will give you an all-in-one solution to handle all of your project management needs. So I just kind of want to talk a little bit about Foundation and Project HQ, and then now I'm going to turn it over to Jim and Jim's going to kind of go through payroll for construction and talk about how that flows, whether you're doing it from a standalone perspective or within the accounting system.
All right, thanks, Tom. Great stuff, great stuff. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. Okay, and so what I'll do is just start kind of like Tom did, brief introduction on payroll for construction, what it is, what it does. Again, highlight some of the benefits and features that a construction-specific payroll service can offer over some of the more traditional services. So you're going to see some crossover here. So this is the part I try to be very clear on because, again, some clients come to us and want to purchase our full accounting system, and they want to run payroll in-house. And that's perfectly fine. You have all those capabilities with what Tom was showing you there. And then others are maybe not looking for accounting. Maybe they're just looking for a payroll service, where somebody will pay the employees, check, direct deposit, pay city, state, federal taxes, do the quarterlies, the garnishments, W-2s, the Affordable Care Act stuff, all that stuff that's, pretty time consuming. That's what payroll for construction handles. It can stand alone and work with a Quickbooks or other accounting system, or it's really parts of Foundation. So when I actually jump into showing parts of, what payroll for construction looks like, it's going to look very familiar to what Tom showed you, minus a lot of the other modules that he was interacting in. So we really are the same company, and our products are really built in together, but can also be separated for you to use in a standalone environment. We do deal with construction clients in all 50 states. So whether you're a contractor that is working in one state and your employees live in that state, or you're a contractor that's traveling or has employees living in different states, we do an excellent job with all types of payroll in all 50 states. What we really specialize in here, especially at Payroll for Construction, is, the very messy payrolls, union, government, prevailing wage, where guys and gals rates are changing. There's fringe benefits that need to calculate differently. Some are taxable versus non-taxable. Some calculate based on hours worked versus hours paid. So those types of things, on top of paying the employees and taxes, really just make payroll a very time-consuming job when it comes to the construction industry. Because even after you pay your employees and your taxes, there are still a lot of steps in really compliance reporting that needs to be done. So, certified payroll, EEO, union, minority compliance reporting. And then one of the other things that, if you are using a standalone accounting system that is not Foundation, in considering outsourcing, one of the big fears of outsourcing payroll with one of the more traditional providers is losing that job costing. That is so important to a contractor, as Tom described and showed how well Foundation handles it. And because, as you'll see here in a second, and because payroll for construction is literally just the GL job cost and payroll modules out of Foundation, you're still going to have that ability to capture your job costing and push it back to whatever other system you need it to go to for your overall job cost picture. So here, without, again, going too in-depth here, what today is we like it to be a very high-level overview. Just see if it's something that would line up and fit for you, either one of the products or both. And then schedule more of a one-on-one demo. While contractors have a lot of similarities when it comes to their accounting needs, their payroll needs, their billing needs, every contractor is unique. So we really like to do these live demos where you actually have the ability to talk and ask questions. Unfortunately, today, the only way you can ask a question is typing it in. So that interaction of being able to dig deeper and ask questions is very key in this decision-making process. So, what we like to highlight out is, look, we handle union, government, prevailing wage, payroll really well. We can control a lot of things by job. Job costing, of course, but what state the job's in or what city the job's in, if there's a different taxing jurisdiction. If the job is, in a different union's territory, a lot of these systems want you to go in here and just say, I have Bob, he lives in the state of Ohio, and he's from Union Local 1, or his private rate of pay is $20 an hour. But as they start bouncing from job to job, these types of things, can change. It can change because it could cross into a different union territory. It could change because, hey, on private jobs, that Bob makes $20 an hour, but as he goes to prevailing wage jobs, there could be different scales that need to be attached to that job. So whether you're a union contractor with multiple unions, we can schedule out the classes, the rates, and we can roll these over, today. So if you found out today that these union rates were changing from what they are now to go up by $1, and that's supposed to take effect May 1st, we could change them, or you could change them today, and it'll keep using the old rates. And that week, when you're either entering payroll, or if you have a mobile app, or we actually offer a mobile app that works with both Foundation and Payroll for Construction as well, when that time is hitting the system, it'll know to use the old rates for, let's say, Monday, Tuesday, and the new rates for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday moving forward. And then for audit purposes, it'll timestamp that on the paycheck, on the union, on the certified reports, so that if anybody does come asking or looking, that information will be very transparent, so you don't get caught up in an audit or have upset employees. Now, if you're non-union prevailing wage rates can be driven by county. Sometimes they're job specific, and we can list out the rates, and then where the fringes go are on a separate table. So if you're doing anything unique with, if you're union, of course they've already, your union's already dictated and told you what the names are, how they calculate. They basically laid the roadmap there that you must follow. Whereas if you're non-union, some clients subtract benefits off of there that they already offer, and that's unique per employee, which we can handle. Others, instead of giving them that, let's say, $10 fringe in their paycheck and paying taxes on it, some people like to put that into some benefit group. So again, there's a lot of uniquenesses here in regards to each individual person's payroll. So the biggest part of this is the setting up, and then really you're just entering time and jobs, or again, you're uploading it from our app or some other app. You're going to review that, and then you're going to submit it. So we're still going to step in just like your traditional providers and pay the employees, the taxes, the garnishments, the W-2s, the quarterlies, everything. But, we're going to also provide the right calculations because we can set it up. And on that back end, again, the reporting aspect of payroll from workers' comp for audit purposes and other things as well. We'll be able to go in here and show you like a workers' comp report, classes, employees, regular overtime, hours. So if there are things like caps per class or employee or even earning type, it's going to break that stuff out for you. Plus, a lot of these reports, Tom showed you that federal report. Depending on where you're at, a lot of these reports are online now. So, each state may have its own different set of reports. So, without clicking on all these, I just like to show, no matter where you're at in the U.S., we don't just have generic templates. We know that these reports must be so specific to, each individual area of the nation. Certified payroll, same thing. Tom kind of ran the federal one, but just a quick scroll through here. Get rid of this, sorry about that. Just a quick scroll through here will show, wherever you're at, we have the different formats. We update them when the time comes, and then you can run these reports. And then if you are in one of those areas, like a California, where you got to go to a website, or LCP tracker, wherever you're at, you're just seeing more and more of this stuff. And because we only deal with these type of contractors, our sole focus when it comes to programming and updating and creating new feature sets, both on the foundation side and the payroll for construction side, they're all going to benefit you, because unlike these other softwares and services out there, we don't have to try to, appease the retail industry, the restaurant industry. We don't have so many different industries that we have to try to make happy to continue to grow. The only thing we have to do is keep contractors happy, because that's the only type of client we work with. So these will allow you to click a button and upload a file directly to them. If you need, Tom already covered pretty much on the job costing, but really hammering home that, you can't just capture the hours times the employee's pay rate and say, here's my costing numbers. You really got to get into FICA, FEUD, SUD, workers' comp, general liability, other things you pay. If you're union, those union fringes are a huge cost to you. So making sure you're looking at this number, whether you're using just our service or our full accounting system, is key to seeing where your business is at as far as profitability on these jobs. Now, lastly, union reporting and stuff like that, if necessary. we have union reports. We can create union files. So again, each client's unique, so we can meet their needs no matter what type of reporting they're going to want or need from us. The other good thing here is support. Any accounting system you're going to buy or any service you're going to go with, you want to make sure that they're going to continuously back up their product and be there for you, because the industry changes, new things happen all the time. And, you're only as good as the people they're helping you and supporting you, just like as maybe a business owner, estimator, project manager. That labor force out there that's working for you is really driving how great, your company is and the profits and stuff like that. So with us, you'll be able to reach us Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern. So being as we have a heavy West Coast presence as well, 5 to 5 on the West Coast. And then you call in, you always talk to a live receptionist, live support rep who works directly for us. And then we can connect right to your screen with your permission so that we can help troubleshoot or help teach you something new to keep this stuff moving. So I want to open it up for questions in a sec. So I'm just going to quickly recap here, and then we'll let people type in questions. You can feel free to start typing them now because this should only take me a second. Okay. So foundation software, full job cost, accounting, project management. That's something that's going to replace like a Quickbooks or some other accounting system where you'll have a new home to run your entire business. Payroll for construction is built in there, so you could outsource as well. Another option is you're not ready for accounting, but you're looking to outsource payroll. Payroll for construction, standalone service where you get access to parts of foundation without having to purchase the software. And then We Act is taking care of paying employees and taxes and stuff of that nature. And then they can both be purchased separately or ran together. Both products are available online, so you can access them from any computer with internet, and supported and built just by us, like I just said. So at this point, looks like questions are coming through here. So somebody wants to schedule a demo, so Tom's taking care of that. That's great to hear. Again, the one-on-one demos are fantastic and very in-depth. Somebody has a question here with the payroll only, meaning just using payroll for construction. Does the job costing stay intact as it flows to QuickBooks Online? The answer is yes. It'll push back labor, FICA, FUTA, SUTA, workers' comp, all those items right to your profit and loss statement, as well as all of your general ledger accounts will be hit, so that you're not having to do payroll twice, but you are still getting all the benefits that payroll for construction has to offer. Somebody asked about manual checks or layoff payoff, they're calling them. Yes, whether you use Foundation or payroll for construction, we know that you have to have the ability to produce a check immediately for certain situations. So you'd have the ability to print those right through Foundation or right through payroll for construction at any point in time. Okay, somebody's asking they need a one-on-one demo for our Project HQ and job costing features. Here's where I'm going to throw up our info. If you shoot me or Tom an email, depending on specifically what you need, either one of us will do it, or may have somebody else from the team if you're already a Foundation user and you're just looking to learn more about Project HQ. We got somebody who can handle that. And we can, if you just email one of us after this, let us know if you're a Foundation user or not already, and then we can get you to the right person. Is there full functionality of Foundation and Payroll online for Mac? Since it is, you're accessing it through us. That's not an issue on your end, right, Tom?
No, not at all. Yeah, it's going to be compatible both for all Windows products as well as any Mac products as well.
And also, you can feel free, depending on what product you want, or if you aren't sure, and you email either one of us, we will always get it to the right person. But we're very good about this. We're not going to hound you. We know that this is about the right fit as well as the right timing. So if you just want pricing on either product, or if you want a full demo, like somebody's already scheduled, we can set that up. somebody else is saying they'd like to schedule a demo of each, but not sure which one to start with. Probably get you, Brad, with Tom, because we can figure that out. If you could just shoot either one of us an email again after this, just saying, hey, I want to get something set up, and here's what I think I'm looking for. Here's my primary concern to start. Again, we'll get you over to the right person, no problem. So either one of us to reach out to is fine. All right, it looks like that may be it for questions. All right, cool. Well, again, anybody needs anything else, call in, ask for either one of us, send us an email, and then we'll make sure we get you taken care of, even if it's just you want some pricing to look at to start. So appreciate everybody's time. Tom, anything else?
No, I appreciate everyone's time as well. I hope everybody got a chance to look both at Foundation Software and Payroll for Construction. And like Jim has said, we're always here to answer any questions, whether it be setting up a demonstration, going over pricing, talking about features. So please feel free to reach out, ask questions. Glad everybody got an opportunity today to attend.
All right. Thank you, everybody, and you all have a great day.